Head School here with an update for my Night Stalkers project. This is the 5th element, and for this element I've chosen a unit of Needlefangs. Needlefangs are a chaff unit in this army and are designed for coaxing out enemy units into plays, manoeuvres and combats that they might not necessarily want to get into by literally a bit of a bait and deploy kind of thing. I've gone with the standard colour scheme that I've used for the rest of my army, and I think they've turned out quite nice. So the next unit will be a unit of scarecrows, so look out for those in the next episode coming soon.
Hi, it's David here from 𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗞𝗦, guys. Now, my next element is my birthing daughter. Now, there's a very good reason for taking the birthing daughter. She has Inspire, and I know a lot of you are going to say, well, why don't you take the Swarm Crier? He's only 45 points. Okay, the birthing daughter is a bit more expensive, 80 points. She's got an okay shooting attack for taking off 1 or 2 wounds. Now, you've got to bear in mind that ambush, the biggest thing you're going to come up against is regiment, which kind of limits your nerve values of all your opponents. So your 1 or 2 wounds that you cause could actually cause a unit to run away, and I have been on the receiving end of that quite a few times. So that's one aspect. The other aspect is she's got quite good synergy with the warriors that I've actually gone with, because they're expendable, and she gives them, she's got Aura Strider, which is only useful on expendable units. So she seemed the right fit for the army I've chosen, due to majority of my units being, majority of my core units being expendable, and she does also provide that Inspire. Now, painting wise, I've gone to the same technique as the rest. So you've got your base colours, nice coat of strong tone, then highlight with the the appropriate colours once again, and that's come up with a nice overall look. I'm not a hugely detailed painter, but I go for the matte look instead. So my next element is the it's the Night Terror. That's right, it's the Night Terror.
Hi, 𝗟𝗡𝗞𝗦 again. Back with my next element, which is my Tyrants, as promised. Tyrants, I've used contrast paints to get them painted up quick. It's worked out really well. They look quite intimidating, and they've got quite a presence on the field. With this unit, I'm adding fire oil just to increase the crushing strength, just to give them that extra punch in melee, which is always nice. Basing wise, I'm sticking with the temple theme of ruined temples to go with their mythology and whatnot. Really enjoyed doing these models. Can't wait to do hordes of them, which I think will be quite interesting to get them down the flanks into combat. So my next elements coming up will be a regiment of primes.
Hi, welcome back. With my next element, we're looking at another unit of cavalry. As you can see from this block of cavalry, what I've actually used is what's known as the preferred model count on the base, which for a regiment of cavalry is 8. It allows you to do more with the actual base to make it a little bit more scenic and not quite as generic as normal. As you can see, I've got a lot of tufts on here, lots of different flowers, lots of different colours, just to add that little bit of variation. The cavalry obviously still hits hard. Everything's painted exactly the same way as I've been doing for the rest of the army, still keeping in with the yellows and the reds, as you see on the shields and the leader's hat. These are going to work well in conjunction with my other units of cavalry, which are going to basically act as like a pincer and cause people to have a very bad day. My next unit is going to be another unit of spear spikes.
Hey everybody, it's John the Ogre Guy back again with, as promised, my latest unit of boomers. As you can see, I've stuck still sticking with the same paint scheme, obviously throughout the whole army. Just I'm really enjoying working on it this way. So this unit, you can see by the posing, is a little bit different from the last one, and the fact that everyone's got their rifle facing forward. I did this on the idea of, one, obviously to make them stand out a little bit from the other unit of boomers, but also to make them rank a little bit better. So if I want to down the road, I can just stick these with the other unit and they'll actually be flush. Like I said, still on the same painting techniques, still really enjoying this kind of happy accident with the barrels, which may be a bit hard to see, where I drilled them out with a hobby knife and it created the effect of looking more like beaten iron than actually something that's been like engineered and bored through, which fits kind of the rugged look of ogres. So this is, again, my next element. And the next one, well, these are boomers, but the next unit's going to go boom. So see you next time with what's coming up.
Hey guys, back again with another element. This time I've gone for the Revenant Chariots. Big fan of chariots. I love how the Egyptians used to use them for a variety of different things during combat or sometimes in even sporting events. And I've painted these up using, again, speed paints. Big fan of them. They allow you to get things done quickly on the table, and I am looking forward to getting these on the table and hopefully flanking units or even rear charges if I'm lucky enough. My next unit is going to be another unit of cavalry. The entire army is based off of cavalry, so I thought, why not go for a second unit and really cement the theme